Yo, 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 welcome everybody to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing Season 7, round number 14, the penultimate round for the Golden Class here at Russia. Man, what an entrance. What a song. That was a long one. That was a long one, but we are here. We were on board for Jonesy on his lap. He is the championship leader coming into round number 14. We have this round and one more next week, and we close it up for season 7. We close the book and we take a break firstly, and then we come back in for the new game. So Jones in lead with 156 points, followed by Fatal, who just qualified one behind in the Toro Rosso with 147. If the math is correct, I think it's a 9-point gap, so it's still very close between them. Fatal can come back with a really good result, and Jones can extend it with a really good result. So between the two, it's really a tight battle coming into this round and next. Then, for Constructor, we have the Toro Rosso with 262. That's the team of Fatal and Darkest, followed by Sauber with 220, which is the team of Giggle, Dre, and all of Mitch's points that he had whilst in the Golden Class, followed by the Ferraris of Jones and XP, and then Mercedes with Opus and Working Man. We have a couple announcements to get through the way. Firstly, TCR now has a Fanatec affiliate link. So if any driver or anyone watching, or if you know anyone that is going to purchase any Fanatec products and would like to help the league out, go to this link. It will be in the description once the video is up, and it will help the league out greatly. So please make sure before you buy, hit the link down below, and if you have any questions on that, you can feel free to ask. So that's really good news on our part. Also, tomorrow, tune in 8:30 p.m. Eastern, is the Platinum Class race, where you will most likely see Breezy clinch his title with one to go against Sean. That's the Platinum Class. And then, if we decide to do a podcast, that'll be on Sunday. But other than that, next week is the final round for Brazil. So we're closing things up quite quickly, as we have a minute left in qualifying. How's everybody doing? W says hi, what's going on? For the motherland, rejoice this race we shall. Alright, there you go. That's words from W. Motor says, thanks for letting me race free. It's been a great ride. If this is my last race, I hope it's not. But it very well could be. But I don't think it will be. And Damaso said that Fanatec link. No, it's people for. I believe it's anywhere. As long as you purchase a Fanatec, you have to go through our link, which will be up once the video is published. And you can any product through there. You just hit the link, and then as long as you use that one, it'll work. But yeah. So yeah, Opus and now Working Man, Mercedes front row lockout as of right now. So that's kind of neat. And they're not separated by that much. Let me get this graphics. I'm slacking, not gonna lie. Let me see those tires. We can't see tires. There's the tires. Fitted. Gap. Leader. Bam. 3,000s. Working Man, 3,000s. And Jonesy, only 100th. Fatal's only 500ths. And then you got Coleman back in 5th, only a half a second off. Although these are very close times. And oh, nope, Opus says, I'll go quicker. So that very close lap gets extended for Opus. He won last week. He's not in the, oh, and there's Fatal. Fatal says he could go quicker. Let's see, Jones on the coming last corner. Will he improve? Yes, he does. Now he improves, but not quite pole. But he is in front, crucially in front of Fatal. So I think he'll be happy with that. And Working Man drops. Darkest moves up to 5th, looking chip shop and shaping in P5. And I think that Well, we have some people down here. We got Gordo on a lap. We got Ultimate. Lopez coming around the last corner. Where will he improve? Third. Third fastest is Lopez. He's flying. Gordo coming around. Ultimate. You got these two. Oh, Ultimate dives in the pits. He's done. Little sloppy here from Gordo. And he's going to be all set and done, for that matter. I would like to point out we have Mojo and Acho, and making his return, Frost Hacker. Frost Hacker's back. He's reserved for today and maybe next week. So it's really nice to see Frost Hacker back in the action, in the golden class. Remember, he was finished third in the championship last season, got himself a couple wins fighting for the championship. And he was supposed to get moved up to the platinum class, but due to schedule reasons and all those sorts of stuff, he was unable to race in either class. But hopefully that changes from now on. I think he might be coming back next season, so that's good news for him. But Opus gets the pole. He is first, followed by Jonesy. Yeah, the gaps are they're close. Everyone's slowing up. I mean, that's a really close time. that's really good from all drivers. It's just a little bit. Jones, you got beat by that much more, and then Lopez, you got beat by a little bit more, and then Fatal, you got beat by a lot more. But there's your order there. I'm not gonna go through it, but yeah, there you have it. Put your predictions down below. This is now the time to put it as qualifying's over. I'm going to have to go with Opus for the win. He's been looking strong as of late. I don't think tire temps or tire wear is an issue here today. I think he'll have that pretty good under control. So I'm going to put Opus on top. And we'll put Lopez second and Jonesy third on the podium. But we'll see. There's probably some curveball they're going to throw me, and I'm going to be very wrong. I'm excited more so. We got the championship, firstly. We got Jones and Fatal. Like I said, red v blue. All season long, they've been going at it. You've had, you have Opus up there, winning a couple races. Not quite in contention. Definitely not now, with 2 races to go. Very unlikely. You have Lopez, who I think he had this wing setup glitch. I don't know if it was last race, but he's been struggling. But he can definitely be up there in contention. And then you have Frost Hacker making his return, as well as Motor was able to get back in. He says it might be his last race, but I doubt it. He'll start from the back as well, so I'd like to see what they can do. So we have a full 18 drivers for today, and that's really good. And man, Opus is formation lap. The lights go off. Man, did you see how quick he was going? He's not wasting no time. He's not wasting no time. Got the interval. Let me set this all up. I'm trying to be professional here. Interval. Is that what we want? Yeah, that's what we want. So Opus, Jonesy, Lopez, and Fatal, Working Man, D-Crime, my boy D-Crime, Coleman in 7th Airborne, Mr. Clues. With that name change, looking old fine. You got Gordo back in 10th. You got Ultimate and Dre Diggy commentating tomorrow for the Platinum class. You got Kitten, XP, Frost, Acho, who I think is his debut today. So, as Frost is making his return in that Renault, Acho is making his debut. And Mojo returning back. He did a couple races a couple ago. And followed by Motor. So there's your grid. There's your grid. We do have a couple guys missing, but because of the reserves, a couple reserves. So 18 for tonight. Yeah, Frost isn't in Platinum just because of his scheduling. Was unable for him to. But hopefully that changes for next season. Hopefully Frost comes back, and as well as other drivers. But We have to now. We have to take this serious. We got to get serious now. I don't see no predictions down below. Oh yeah. All right. Sound says Kitten for the win. All right. All right. I see you. Where's he starting? 13th. He is on the Ultra. He is on that Ultra. We need predictions now, or you guys are cheating. Come on now. or you guys are cheating. Come on. Ah, double says Jonesy. All right. There we go. Here we go. Line it up. Motor coming around the corner. Oh. Acho and the Renos. They're sitting there a long time as we get ready here. As the lights climb. When they eventually climb from 1 to 2 to 5 red lights, we are here for the Golden Class Russia GP round number 14. TCR, let him go. Everyone gets a good start. Man, you're going 4 wide. You got the Torosos making it. Fatal in the charge. Opus goes defensive, and you have the Haas. You have Gordo is out. Wings are flying. Carbon is moving. Gordo is out of this race. Opus takes lead. Lopez followed by Jonesy, Fatal, Coleman, Airborne. You got the Haas and now Toroso and Mercedes going at it. As people are making positions, we're going about 3 wide coming to this corner. As I wouldn't. Oh, and more wreckage. Oh, that's the working man. Oh man. You have working man, I think got caught up with Clues and maybe Frost. We got to see the wings. But working man struggled. I don't know about Ultimate if he's fine, but man, 2 big crashes. And somehow working man is still in this race. Going up here, we got Crucial. We did a championship. We got news for the championship here. Fatal moves up to on Jonesy. Fatal is now ahead of Jones. We got to keep an eye on this battle here all race long. Jones and Fatal right now for that podium positions. And we'll come to the first lap. Opus obviously gets the fastest lap. Let's see who pits in, who has wing damage, who needs some service on their car. Frost getting some penalties, not looking good. So Frost, Working Man, Clues getting the pits. They're probably all wing damage. And here it is. Russia's going to be a penalty track. It's going to be who can last on track and make sure your car is in contact and all fine. But also, whoever cuts the most corners is going to lose. It's whoever cuts the least amount of corners is going to win. That's what we have to focus on today. So you're going to see on the bottom left where there's going to be, it's going to be like blinking all race long, and that's all the penalties coming in. So that is really what the race is on for, is who can have the least amount of penalties. And you're going to see towards the end of the race, we're going to have a lot of races. I mean penalties. What am I talking about? Opus, though, in the lead. Still within DRS of, you got Lopez. Pass here. All within a second, everybody. The top 6, you know, always close every race. Everyone's just feeling out, you know. It should be an easy one stop, either hyper to ultra or ultra to hyper. As Mojo got a penalty there, he's probably one of the first victims. Oh, there's the camera. Fatal and Coleman going at it. Turn 1. Oh, watch out! They almost got really into the wall there. Fatal, is he okay? His wing is still good? Jones is now on the attack. He saw what just happened. You got to be really careful, especially if you're Fatal. If you want a shot at the championship, at a win, at his first win, you have to stay clean and calm and collected. But I think I think both drivers got away from it there. Very lucky. I don't know exactly what happened. Just kind of looked like they kind of had a little wheel banging on the side pods there. But all drivers keep moving out. So they're able to continue. Coleman did lose some time there. Going back towards the front, Lopez and Penguin about a half a second or so. We're going to have to see how the pace goes. You know, obviously very early in this race. We've seen Opus have really, really good race pace, but does he have it for the whole race? And he has, but no one has really been able to keep up with him all throughout the race. But Lopez might have a look here with DRS. Almost a touch. Maybe in the inside, maybe around the outside. Setting up, what's this, turn 3 or turn 4? Going around the outside, taking the wider line. Locking up his both drivers. Opus stays ahead with that momentum around the outside. So Opus for now is ahead. Looking like he's under attack here. Mercedes, Red Bull. Dre, penalty. Fatal, Jones, Coleman. Under pressure from Airborne. Oh, Airborne! Oh! I think he might have hit the wall there. He might have had some wing damage. As the Saubers are moving up, Dre's looking to get some DRS and get the overtaking started. Although back to the front, we got Lopez and Penguin very close. Oh, Airborne Dre getting touching. But it looks like Dre ran the outside. Has that traction. He's on the ultras. Looks like he's gonna take the position for now. Airborne stays another lap out, so he's all good there. So you got both Saubers on those ultra soft tires. A different strategy as Lopez again, attempt number 2 into turn 1 around the outside. Does Opus give the room? No, he closes him out. And he gets some really good traction out of that corner. Opus ahead for now. But he closes up. This is going to be a good battle, and this is only going to allow Fatal, Jones and the rest of the gang behind to close on in and get some action for the lead. As Fatal is right outside the DRS, right outside. If he could just get a little bit closer for this next DRS range, he could start closing in, and I think that's what he did. He's within 7/10, so these drivers are all now with DRS. Going through the pack. Everyone's single file. It's just kind of closing in. But man, this is very close here with Airborne and Dre and the two Saubers. Couple people maybe going into the pits. I think that's Coleman ahead. He's deciding to make that undercut work. Although he's got speeding in the pit lane, which is not going to help him. Mojo goes wide. It's going to allow Dre, his teammate, reserve teammate, to get through. Coleman's the only one who pitted on that lap. Although Mojo's coming back, but Airborne, oh! Get some contact. I think everyone's all good. Wing, as long as the wing is a contact, we're fine. But look, hey, Kitten's looking behind. He's seeing these guys struggling up ahead. He's on those ultra soft tires. He's gonna try to make a move here on Airborne. Closes in right up to the back of him. As everyone goes wide. Everyone goes wide. Going through it. I think people are struggling either for temps or wear. One or the other. Airborne is very close to Mojo. The other Sauber, he's going to pick the DRS. He's going to go on the right side. Gets squeezed a little bit. But Airborne should be able to stick ahead. He spots the break him quite good. And in 6th for Airborne for now. As Mojo's really struggling here as we got Kitten making moves. You're gonna Darkest in now. Acho, the reserve, going at it. Yeah, Mojo's gonna have to pit. Yeah, good call for him. These two going side by side, man. To think these guys are really going at it. Gotta watch. Darkest gets back in the slipstream of Acho, his debut race, I believe. He goes quite defensive. Darkest around the outside. You got that the Toros into T1, but he goes deep. He's gonna let Acho get the position, and Motor with the momentum around the outside gets D-Crime, so he's moving on up. From the back of the grid, we have a caution. Fatal is out! Fatal is out! And that is championship over. I'm shocked. Oh man, this coffee's terrible. Oh. Fatal though is out. Man, I am so shocked at this. It was looking so good, in control in front of Jones, looking to grab up a couple points, and he must be mad. Well, I don't assume he's going to be happy. What am I thinking? He's obviously mad. Obviously. Airborne in the pits. Championship right there. You got to believe it. I mean, Jones, he's got to be stupid not to clinch this today. All he needs now, he needs how many points? Let me get my calculator here. He needs 16 points. So even if he finishes, you know, if he could get second place, he'll clinch today. Oh, as we have Darkest Crime. Oh, XP. Motor. I'm trying to catch the action here, but we just had a dramatic event. Fatal is out. Championship really into Jones's favor, and it probably is, to be fair. So what do you guys think? I'm really shocked about that. I wasn't really expecting that, especially because Fatal's been so consistent, he has so much speed in that car in the last couple of races. It's really remarkable to see how consistent he was able to get. Very close to wins, really good finishes on the podium, and just, I don't know, I guess he got on the traction a little too early and got spun by himself. I wish I caught it. But really shocking. Although, no matter what, Fatal, you put on a really good season and really good throughout the last couple of races. So props to you. But as we have Lopez on Opus, is this round number 3? Oh man, Mercedes versus Red Bull, and it just seems that everyone on the outside just seems to go wide as Dre. Sauber moving up. It's good to see him having a decent race. Still Opus and Opus and Lopez still going at it. Opus still ahead. Man, almost had a stroke there. You got Opus Lopez Dre, who's having a really nice race up in 3rd. He's on those ultras, don't forget. So let's see how that strategy brings out towards the end of the race. Jones looks like he might be struggling for a grip here, as now Kitten is closing in a little by little on that ultra soft tire. And you got 2 Red Bulls here battling like before. I don't know what happened. Looked like some contact between these two as well as XP, so still battle for the lead. These guys are really going at it. Opus putting up a really nice fight. As I think Lopez has some more speed in that car, he just really can't get past. As these guys are going really deep, really good defending, as I imagine both drivers to pit. Oh, Lopez goes in. He's going to get those ultra soft tires, I assume. He's going to get that undercut. The undercut is quite huge here. I do think Lopez might get out in front of Opus. Next lap, Dre is also in for his pit stop, which is confusing because he is on the ultra soft tire, so I would have expected him to go longer. But he decided to come in. Jones as well. No Ferrari. A wing change as well, so that could be a reason of his pace drop in that stint. As we have Dark as that motor going side to side. And D-Crime up to 4th. His pit cycle is on its way here. It's kind of cycling through. Darkest gets a penalty there. A couple people optioning for the soft tires. What up, Speedsa? I will check, Speedsa. Oh, Cluzy! Cluz is out. Don't know what. Unfortunately, because of this game, we can't see where he crashed out unless we get a view from another driver. But Cluz is out of this race along with Fatal and Gordo. As Jones came out of the pits in a pickle. Man, he's right behind Workman. Oh, Mojo! Oh, went for a slide into second base, and he was safe. P13. He's quite a little. He's struggling. I'm gonna say it. He's struggling. Jones able to get past the Mercedes side by side, going into this corner, and ahead is the Ferrari. So he's moving on up. We got the Toros and Red Bull in the pits, as well as Acho. Lopez takes charge. He has these tires warmed up, and he is past the Mercedes driver. Lopez is now in the lead. Well, net lead, as we have Kitten in the real lead for now. But for the net lead, we have Lopez, followed by Opus, he was able to get about a 1.5 seconds undercut on the Penguin. So let's see if he has the pace to come back at him towards the end of the race. XP and Dre, man, Dre, like he's standing still. Did you see how much grip that? Man, Dre had some grip on there. He optioned for the soft tire, so he's gonna have some grip a little bit longer. But the tire wear isn't too bad, so it's kind of questionable strategy call on my end. But you know, we'll see how it works for him. He's up in a nice 4th place, a nice clean race. Let's keep it going, Dre. Keep it going. As it's all filtering out, we got D-Crime and Frost. D-Crime moves on up. So we're in a period here. Oh, airborne on XP. XP is struggling those tires. He's maybe stood out 1 lap too long, as he's now coming in the pits on those hyper soft tires. And questionable corner cutting. I don't think that was. We'll have a look at that, XP. I do know that's a problem here at Russia. Sometimes they'll give you a penalty for cutting the track when you're just going into the pits, so that's kind of dumb. But we got Acho on Mojo, both reserves here. Because everyone's kind of just cycling through that pit phase as we get towards the second half of this race. And Acho is, I would think, out. I don't know. I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's happening. I really don't today. I don't know if it was lag or not, but we'll have to look at that afterwards. We'll have to look at it. Very questionable. I don't know what's happening. But B, you said looks like Acho's mad. Hey, it could be. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh yeah, was he? Is he's letting drivers through? Yeah, I don't know what's happening, to be honest. I am just trying to get through this. But yeah, he's got some real major wing damage, so he's gonna just try to get back to the pits here. And Mojo might also have some wing damage too. Probably not though, as that was more in the rear. We have Lopez inching closer on the lead of Kitten, who has not made his pit stop yet. Yeah, he's in the lead, Kitten. But Lopez has a pit stop on him, so yeah, that's any way you want to put it. And they're both passed. Oops, I blinked and they're both ahead. So that's just the speed difference. And Opus is going to have a go here on Lopez. Does it quite clean and quite smooth. Opus up into P1. He might have had Lopez nap in there. But Lopez hitting these corners really nice. Jonesy on Coleman, up to P6, as that championship leader is feeling quite good right now. He can at least breathe a little bit, knowing he has a big gap in that championship. Darkest on Mojo. Mojo with the cut. And he cuts again. Will he do it? And he's gonna dive. Whoa, double textbook. That's a double textbook move there for these guys. Nice move there, Mojo. Back up to lead. These guys are going at it. I feel they're going to go all race long. Opus and Lopez. He goes defensive. You just got to watch your wing there, Lopez. You got about halfway point here at Russia. As we're having a really nice battle for the lead. Last week it really wasn't a battle for the lead as much as it is today, so we're getting some good action. We're getting some good action as Lopez once again with the DRS, very close to Penguin. Let's see how these camera angles work, and the Red Bulls seems to be up into P1 for now, so they're just kind of alternating lap by lap. But like I said, it's going to come down to penalties at the end of the race. As I don't know what amount of penalties these guys have. I'm not too sure. I wasn't really keeping track. I thought there would be more penalties, but I haven't really seen too much. Not as much as I thought, especially coming to a track like this at Russia. Very easy to corner cut, but it's been pretty calm. Been pretty calm. Kitten's going 14 laps on those Ultra Softs. I have a feeling he's coming in potentially this lap. Oh, we have a caution. I think that's... oh, or not. Or not. Yep, false alarm. False alarm. But I have a feeling Kit might be coming in this lap. 14 laps on those Ultras. Probably will come in soon. And he'll have hopefully the Hypersoft tire, the quicker tire towards the end of the race, and we could probably see some good overtakes from that McLaren. So he's got a good strategy going for him. Airborne and Dre going at it. Dre on the softs, Airborne on the ultra. Both drivers having a really solid day, I will have to add. Another threat from Opus coming down the inside. If he's gonna hang it around the outside, he might have that momentum, but he picks up a penalty there. So that's going to hurt him in the end of this race. Then we got Dre here, coming down the inside on Airborne. But Airborne's still ahead. I feel like I'm watching this battle on replay. I am. They've really been trying to do the same moves lap after lap after lap, and it's really a good battle. But I mean, we're going each lap. This is some really good stuff for the lead. It's really, they both really want this win. Because now the Red Bull's gonna have some DRS. He's gonna have some slipstream. And he's going to be closing in. But then Opus always went defensive, although he closes them off. And they go another lap. But then, you have Lopez still in the slipstream. You get a really nice toe, even on this big 180-degree corner. And you get a nice traction out of here up to this corner, which I do not know the name of. And then you got the right. And it's just, you still have that dirty air effect, but if you can stick with the car just enough within DRS, and you can get a good exit off the crucial corners, which we're coming up to one right here. Let's see how good exit Lopez gets. A decent one. So as long as he could stick with him like this, it's going to be very hard for Opus to shake him off. And he just closes in for the third sector. And you just want to really nail these corners. You don't want to get too close, but you want to try to gain a little bit of time here so you can gain everything on that front straightaway. This is about 4/10 or so, and then this is the crucial corner. You really have to nail this. If you nail this corner, and he does, but Opus does it a little bit better. But you can see here with the DRS and the slipstream, he closes right back in. Kitten's in the pits finally. He takes those 16 laps, and there's another lap. It's really nice to be back here in Russia, as we might have a dull period for a second. Last time we raced here at Russia was back in Season 3. It was on F1 2017, and NR, Season 2 champion, got the pole at a 1:34.092. And I believe almost every driver beat that time today. That's how long ago it has been. I believe almost everybody has beaten that time. And the podium on that race in Season 3 was NR, myself, and Flip Mofo. Just goes to show it's been a long time since we've raced here. It's been 4 seasons, so it's really nice to get some TCR action in Sochi, as Lopez making a move. Opus goes deep. Lopez as well. And Opus stays ahead. So it's really nice to be back here in Sochi. Obviously, we haven't raced here in a while, and it's putting on a decent show, I'd say, especially for this battle for the lead, for the victory. And it's been a really crucial race as well for the championship, obviously. Fatal, not the way he wanted it to go, but those things happen. He's going to have to come back next year and prove himself. I don't think he has to prove himself. I think he just has to add to what he's already been doing. Really good stuff. Some really good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, you got Motor in 7th. Having a nice day. He's sort of at the back of the grid. Coming in, joining in late. And he's really putting on a solid performance up to P7. If you look at the biggest movers today. Let's check this out. If I could find it. He's up 11. So he is the biggest mover. Moving up 11 positions. Starting from the back of the grid. Really, some really nice stuff from Motor City. And not only that, but Motor and Darkest are putting on a really nice battle throughout the whole race. They've kind of been glued together for a good portion of this race. As right now it's Motor ahead. But we'll have to check back in a minute, as Darkest might have a look on this back straightaway here. Gotta get good exit. It's all about the exit. If you can follow somewhat good, then you're fine. As long as you get a good exit out of here, hit the DRS, get in the slipstream, turn the engine up, and you got to make a move. This Motor's doing some okay defending. More for the slipstream. Coming into here, Darkest chooses the inside. Motor goes deep. Defends it quite well, though. And you might see Darkest get a switchback, but Motor covers it off nice. He covers it off. He's not going to let that happen to him. He won't let that happen. Motor goes deep, though, and Darkest is going to have a nice run here. Second to last corner. Penultimate corner. As they're going side by side. Let's see who gets the DRS. It should be Darkest. Let's get on these broadcast cameras. Let's see what type of cameras they got here at Russia. As Darkest is ahead for now. And stays ahead. So the Toreros in front of the Red Bull. Mojo is maybe lost. He might need a track map. I don't know where he was going on that one, but he might have a couple different different types of corners than the others do today. He really doesn't have it, but you don't expect him to. He's a reserve. He's just here to have fun and race. So hasn't been the best day, but he's had some good battles earlier on, especially with Darkest and some others. So got the working man struggling a little bit today, as I think he was obviously involved in that lap 1 wreckage. Although surprisingly didn't get DNF'd, so that's the only thing that is good for him right now. Frost into P10, taking those softs, 18 laps, so obviously he had to pit on lap 1 or lap 2 or 3, whatever it is, due to some wing damage. So he's set to go to the end of the race, but he's going to struggle on these tires. But then you got the cat. Not only the cat, you got the kitten. On these hyper soft tires, he's probably the quickest guy on track. He's got the grippiest tires right now, and he could get the fastest lap. Oh, but you gotta watch out. You gotta, whoa, that's maybe too much grip. We gotta take some away there, kitten. You gotta take a little bit away. But there's no doubt he's gonna get past Motor, and only a couple seconds up is Darkest, and then maybe Coleman. So let's see what these tires can do for him. Got some really nice traction. Gets the DRS, and this should be a really nice, easy move for Kitten, I assume. So McLaren is up. The sole McLaren today. We're missing Drolix. As another 2.5 is darkest. And I would assume that he would close in on that as well with those hypersoft tires. Got Jones and Dre going at it. Oopsie. Dre taking those soft tires. Both tires for each driver is 12 laps long, but Dre's on the harder tires. Jones makes a move. Dre gives him the space. They almost tapped there. The Ferrari's up for now in 4th position. Some good moves there. Right now, that's your championship leader, and soon to be champion. If he gets 2nd place, he would clinch today, although that's a bit of a long shot, so I wouldn't bet on that, as he is a long ways away from that. And that's a really good point to bring out. Opus and Lopez they're 17 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. I mean, these guys have been on another level today, and it's kind of been settled. Opus, then Lopez. As far as pace, it's probably going to come down to the time penalties, like I've said. But Jones has a shot for 3rd, but he still has Dre behind him. Coming to the main stretch, you got the McLaren of Kitten closing in on the Toro Rosso and the Williams. As if all could go well, Kitten can definitely get P6, as then you also have another big 17.5 second gap from Jones to Coleman. So, oh, Coleman, hang on to it, Coleman. So Kitten gets 1 position, now he needs another. And he should get it on the backstretch if he just tucks in behind Darkest. So we're closing in on this race very quickly as Lopez gets a penalty. Someone else did. I didn't quite catch the name. You got Kitten all over Darkest. I'm anticipating a move here, so that's why I'm trying to stick with these guys. But then you also got these guys to worry about as well. You got the Sauber, who Dre got ahead for. I must have missed that. So I'm sorry on that one. I must have missed that. The colors are quite similar, the reds. It's hard for me to pick it out as Dre gets a penalty there. And then there's Kitten into turn 1. Around the outside, very nice move from the Cat. Getting up to P6, quite nice. And this is the battle. This is the battle we were looking for. As the lead's about 1.5 seconds, Opus is in charge. But this is the battle for the podium. You got Airborne, you got Dre, and you got Jonesy. This is going to be good. Airborne 16 laps on Ultras. Jones 14 laps on Ultras. And you have 14 laps for Dre, but on soft. So he might have a little bit more tire life in his tires. And that speed that he's kind of been sitting at a nice even amount throughout his stint is kind of coming back towards the end as the life of the tire is still there as the others fall off. So this could fall right in the hands of Dre to get that podium. He's looking ship-shop shape today, I have to say. Dre getting nice slipstream around Airborne. He's going to make a move. Looking to the inside on Airborne, and he dives. Nice space between the drivers, nice and respectful. And there's a great view from Jonesy. Oh, I was just saying nice and clean, nice and respectful, and bam! They both hit him. That's not what you want. As Airborne looking around, nice camera view. Man, I'm good at this. Airborne right around Jonesy. As Dre moves up to a nice P3. And Jones has to be careful. I saw that back end slip. You gotta take this car home. You gotta get these 10 points or 12 or 15, wherever you finish this race. You gotta grab these points. You gotta finish this race at this point. And I think that's what his plan is to do. Airborne losing the back end. Jones closing in. These guys are feeling the pain on these tires. Let's go on board on Jones. Gets the DRS on Airborne. Inside should be quite easy. Oh, also they almost touched as well. So I don't know what it is today, but it's kind of like a magnet, a lot of these drivers. There's Airborne coming back around the outside. Very close racing. Very tight racing. Jones is able to keep ahead for P4. Later in the pack, looks like Frost was unable to keep that position from Working Man. Oh! What was that? What was that? XP retired. We can't see why, but he's out. This is unbelievable. I don't know what that was. But we got Airborne on Jonesy. Man, this has been a tough stream, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little bit of everything. I say that every week. There's a little bit of everything. But a little more of everything this week, because Airborne is making a rally out. Does he have a puncture? Not at those speeds, he don't. I had one last week. I wasn't going this quick, so he's fine for now. He's fine. He was fine. But Russia, round 14 of the Golden Class, has been a crucial race in the season. Fatal made that one error, one mistake, and basically the championship has swinged from 9 points to whatever it is after the penalties, and it's been really into Jones's favor. I don't think he'll clinch today, but it's going to be very hard for Fatal to come back at Brazil next week. You'd have to have Jones retire and Fatal almost win the race. So those circumstances, you kind of have to say it's over, but not yet. But you get the point. As Opus coming around the last corner, he's going to make it back to back. Belly to belly for Opus. And Lopez into second. And this is what I'm interested in. Who's going to get that podium? Obviously, I think Dre has some penalties. I don't think Jones does. Which is quite crazy to do. But we'll see here. Dre. Jones. Jones gets it. Although we got Airborne. Airborne? No. But Airborne does get Dre. Does Kitten get Dre? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Does Kitten get Dre? No, it doesn't. That'd be really crazy. Come on now. Kitten, Darkest. Let's see. Coleman and Motor coming around the last corner. You got Coleman. You got Motor. Then you got Coleman. Motor moves up. Motor beats Coleman. So you have another last guys coming around here. We got Ultimate Frost and Working Man. Let's see how the penalties work out. Ultimate gets Coleman. I don't know what that was. I guess there was an incident between them, and I think Working Man was trying to let Frost back by, but then they had that incident because you coming around the corner, and then it's kind of blind, so you really can't see it. So I think that's what was happening there, and then at the end, I think they just wanted each other to get the position there. But other than that, we got Opus as the winner. As there's the penalties. Not as much as I thought, to be honest. I mean, a couple drivers, I mean, one or two here and there, but I mean, Coleman, baby, Coleman. And there's your results from XP on down is the DNFs. Nice day from Penguin, Lopez, and really good one for Jones. As well as Airborne, Dre, and Kitten. Some solid finishes, and really good comeback drive from 18th to 8th. 10 positions for Motor. So really not good for him. Don't forget, tomorrow is the Platinum Class. 8:30 p.m. Eastern is when we go live. It's the race number 14, Russia. We'll probably see Breezy and Sean go at it for the championship, although it's kinda in Lopez's favor. And then we're here in 1 week's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix as we finish the season out. And it has been a really nice, really good Season 7 of TCR. Probably one of the best in my opinion. It's been the talent and skills for all the drivers in both classes has really impressed me. And it's only gonna get better, which is the good part. And it's the reason why I'm looking forward to the new game and to Season 8, which is hard for me to say, but Season 8, that's something crazy. Don't forget, at the end of this race, we have the TCR Fanatec affiliation link. If you or anyone in TCR or anyone watching is going to buy a Fanatec product and would like to help the league out, please do hit that link. It'll be up as soon as the video is processed tonight, so make sure you have that there. All the other information for the league is down below. If you want to join or have any questions or whatever, it's all down below. So make sure you check that out. And what also is down below is the like button and subscribe button. So make sure to give us some love and give us some feedback. And other than that, that's all I got. It's been a pretty good day. A little bit of everything. And we got one more round left for the Golden Class, and then that's it. As Jones took a really good lead in the championship. Really nice to see. And although I would have liked to seen it played out fully, one-on-one, but those things happen, unfortunately. But, yep, that's it. Other than that, my name is Seafreeze. We'll see you tomorrow for the Platinum Class. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.